going to be some, is it going to be some ifs now because there are so many criteria here? Is it going to be some ifs? No. Sum range, you want to sum this, you first select the, first you want to sum the data subscribed, we'll have to select, I can just select from here, sum this, then criteria range, this is the criteria as we want to solve as according to primary, what's it called? According to the primary city. As we want to use Abuja, for instance, this one says we should pick the criteria range. We have to pick this entire, what's it called, column first. Then the criteria, which is Abuja, we pick the city. Then it takes us to the next criteria range. We want to check the account number. We select this range. You can see how cumbersome this is. Then we'll check what's the criteria to. This is the criteria. That's the cell we want to check now in that range. Then it takes us to the next criteria range. We select this customer type. And what's the criteria? If is it a retail customer, then it takes us to another criteria range. The year, month. We are not. I'm just trying to explain how cumbersome this would have been for us. We are not using Excel to solve this. I just want to show us the task we would have had to go through to solve this. We select that range. There was the criteria. That's the next thing. We select this year, month. Then we now do this equals to, it now gives us this. So, and that is just for the criteria we've chosen. For Abuja, account number of this type of customer type, and this year, month. So it's effectively saying, okay, where is it? So it's going to look for where we have 1st of July, where the customer is in Abuja. This customer, this what's it called? The what was it here? The account number is this. Sorry. Oh, okay. The account number is this, and the customer type is this, and for this particular month. But it's a cumbersome process, like I said. So the best thing, is what we've done. That's making use of the, what's it called? That's making use of, you can see, let me show you where this sum is, what it has done. It has summed this. We said we chose this is the sum range now. It has summed for this 1st of July, it has summed this. It has summed this with, where's another 1st of July? Here. This is another 1st of July. The same Abuja, the same retailer, with it has summed this, and this together. This last one together. If you check underneath, you can see 521.18. That's what just happened here. And that is just for one condition, which is primary city Abuja, account number this type of retailer, and this year, month. So we have to write that for each and every, So although if we just, like this now, like this, it's not, we can just drag it down. We'll drag it down and we'll have an answer. But that is one way to solve it in Excel. Because once we drag this down, it will go to the next customer, check this again, check this, and I don't want to go into, we're not doing Excel really. If we drag it down, it will give us an answer. It will check this next, and consider this month next. So it will still give us the desired answer. That because whatever Power Query can do for us, Excel can equally do it. So, but Power Query is just going to make our job easier. And that's why we tried to use the, what's it called? We tried to use the group by tool in Power Query. And how did you do it? Let me just go back to, let me remove this. Let me just go over what we did yesterday. Now I've imported the same data set here into Power Query. So it is exactly, if you check the navigation view, what you see here is exactly what we have here in Power Query. I've filtered this. So let me just remove the filter. My system is quite slow, so at times it takes time for it to get all filtered, but I'll just I'll still go ahead and remove the filter, Let me clear it. I know it will take us some time,
Hello, sir. Are we recording?
Yeah, I think so. Are we?
Yeah, I think somebody pressed recording.
We are, yeah.
Okay, we are. Okay, yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, now using the group by tool here now, what we want to do is this. Now, this is the data set now. Why this is on filtering, let me just continue with Power Query. Now we want to, like we said yesterday, we all agree that we need to do some summarization. And that's exactly what we want to do today. So we are going to summarize with primary city, we select account number, customer type, and year, and the year and the month. We want to group by these 4 columns. And what this will do is this. It will check for each, it will go row by row and look for unique combination of what we've selected. This is what I mean. It will look for where the primary city is this, starting from the first row. This is the first row in this case. It will check where the primary city is this, and where the account number is this, exactly this, and where the account type is exactly this, and where the year, month, okay, because let me select them. I think I pressed something. And where the year and month is exactly this, it will look for it. I'm just citing the first row as an example, and it will group it by what we want to select now. We have to choose what we want to group it by. And yesterday, remember that we said that we want to group it by the data subscribed. That means where the data subscribed, for any month is repeated more than once. We all came to that agreement yesterday. We should group it by the data subscribed and the bonus used. So we now, under the transform tab, we come to group by. The first selected columns will appear there automatically. It will appear here automatically. And what do we want to group by? We want to summarize when the Excel is done on filtering. So we'll go back and explain what we just done, what we are about to do here. We'll explain it in Excel so that we have a clearer picture of it. So we want to sum it. Sorry, we have to give it a new column now. This is new column name. Now, after summarizing, it is asking that what column name should we give it. Now, we've said that we want to summarize 2 columns, which is the data subscribed column and the bonus use column. So let's give it a name now. Let's call it data subscribed, right? So let's call it data sub here. Let's give our own data sub. That will be the new column name now. And what do you want to do? You can give it, this is a name of choice, So this is the name I've chosen to give it. So it's going to ask you, what operation do you want to perform here? So I want to sum it up. What are you summing up? We are summing up the values in this column. We are summing up the value in this column, and the column is data subscribed. And we are not stopping there because we want to summarize by 2 columns, 2 columns that have values, here in this case. So we are summarizing by this column as well, bonus use. So let's call our own used bonus now. Let's give it another name. So we want to add whatever we have here, the value here, and its bonus used. So we are done with that. And let's one thing I need to mention is that now here is going to create a new table for us. It's going to create an entirely new table from this table. And this table is going to consist of 6 columns. The 4 columns I've selected, this primary city, account number, customer type, and year, month, and the new summarization columns, which is the data sub and the used bonus. So any column that is not selected here will be taken out. Now remember that I've not chosen the data bonus here column. So it's not going to be in our new table, because from what we said yesterday, the data bonus is not so important, to our analysis. So we don't need to include it, it's a table that it's a column rather. I mean to say a column that I'm not going to include the column going forward because it's not really important. We are concerned with the data subscribed, the volume of data that each customer subscribed per month for the 6 months in question or in view. Then we're also concerned with the bonus usage of those customers in the 6 months in view. So this is going to be taken off because we did not select it at all. And this column, data subscribed, and the bonus use will be given a new name, data sub and use bonus respectively. So that's what we expect to happen. So coming down here, my system frozen or something. So the Power Query is frozen. Okay, it's not. So when I OK this, we'll have 6 columns now. New columns created. So these are the 4 columns I selected earlier. Okay. I think it's okay. Let's just wait for it to finish processing. Okay, now these are the 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are the 2 new columns created, data source and used bonus. We summarized it, and let's go back to Excel and explain what we've just done. Probably we'll have a better understanding of it, if you look at it in Excel. So now what we've done is this. For instance, let me do for you. Okay, now. Oh, okay, let me remove this. Now, I selected 4 columns. So that's why these 4 columns are here. And I tried explaining this yesterday. Let me use this first one, for instance. It's going to look for City Onitsha, for instance. So it's going to look at this. Remember, 4 columns are selected, and it's going to look for unique, where those 4 columns, the combination is unique. That is very important to understand. The combination of the values in the 4 columns must be unique, and it's going to summarize by that. Let's do one, for instance. Now, it will check for City Onitsha. So let me copy this, Control C. So in the new table, it's going to create, we are going to see Onitsha in the new table. Assuming this is the old table and this is the new table that we will have after summarizing, Onitsha, there's going to be for account number Onitsha. Account number exactly this. So let me copy this account number. Then the customer type, let me copy this, Control C and Control V. Then the year, month, this is year and the month. That's the name given to it. I know there's a date here as well. Control C and Control V. Now, it will check this. Now, look at this first selection. Now, let me highlight it. Let me just paint it. Now, it's going to look everywhere here in this data. And look at wherever it finds this combination, Onitsha, 1001. I'm just abbreviating the account number, it's too long. Let me just call it 1001. Then retail and 1st of August 2019. It's going to check through the entire data set and look for where this combination occurs. So wherever it finds it, for this combination, it's occurring just once. We have found that yesterday. You can see that we did a count yesterday, count if yesterday, to check how many times this account number is appearing or has occurred in this entire data set. And I found that it's occurring only just once. Or let me say, yes, this account number is occurring 6 times. You can see. But this combination, 1st of August, has occurred just once. This is the entire place where we have this account number. This account number, no, this is not included. This account number 1001 is just here. It's nowhere here. It's nowhere. It's not in any place again. It's nowhere else again, So it's just occurring here. This account number. So, but this combination is only occurring just once. We have Onitsha repeated, 1001 repeated, retail repeated. But it's 1st of August, it's only just once. So you're seeing this combination just once in this case. And we are saying summarize it by the what? add the data subscribed, so it will go and it will come here and check. Data subscribed is 125.66. Since it's just appearing once, so it's just going to repeat the value because it's not going to add it up to any other value. If you try another example after the, I think you will understand what will happen next, or what will happen rather if there is more than one occurrence of that combination. So for this case, it's occurring just once, this combination. So we are going to have 125.6 here for the data subscribed. Because remember that in what we said here, if you go back and check, we said summarize, add, whenever you see this combination, what should you do? Sum the data subscribed. So it's going to look here and sum data subscribed. So it's just one, so there's nothing to sum it up with. So you're just going to put it here, Then it will check the bonus as well. The bonus used. Don't forget, we said summarized by 2 criteria, data source and bonus used. So it's going to check the combination. Do you have that combination anywhere else? No. This exact combination, those 4 conditions, is not anywhere else. So it's just going to repeat the value that is here, 5.69. Is this 69? Yes. So let's look at another example that's for one. Now, look at this example now. Let's use this now. Let me just copy to make it easier for me. Because
sorry,
I don't
Mr.
want
Jide.
to. Sorry, please go ahead.
It's bonus used and not data bonus. So it's supposed to be 0.00.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. 0.00. So let me just copy this. Control C. So I don't want to.
Mr. Jide, I noticed that you didn't follow the name here, which is bonus used. I think you when you're doing your Power Query, you use bonus as opposed to bonus used. Is that
let's go and check it. Yeah.
Yeah, you say use bonus.
Yeah. That's the new name. Use bonus. Okay, let me see with the name I gave it to you. Use bonus. Okay. Used.
So here it was bonus used, but
yes,
in your Power Query it was bonus used.
Okay. So let's just follow what we use in Power Query so that there won't be any confusion, right? Control C. So let's see what will happen in this situation. Okay, let me do Control V here. Control V. Okay, now let's look at this retailer now. This is the account name. Let's look at this now. Okay, what will happen in this case? When it gets here, it's going to look at, okay, there is something before it. Okay, Kano. Now, when it gets to this row here, it's going to carry out this operation row by row, It's going to check what's the primary, what's the city. It's saying Kano. I'm selecting by account name, you see. This, I didn't just select, I'm selecting by account name. Oh, there's one, I left out one. Okay, now this is Kano. You can see this 1.10, the account name is unique, Oh, I left out one again. 2 self. Okay, good. So it's going to check Kano. What's the account number? It's this. Okay, this is not okay. Because this is occurring just once. Okay, this is occurring twice. Okay, let's use this. When it gets here, because 1st of October is occurring just once here. Oh, it's twice. Good. So we can use this. Look at this. Account number is this. Control C. This is Control V. Now, what type of customer? Retail customer. So Control C, Control V. Then the year month V is this. Control C. Then Control V. Now, it's not that this is the next. What's going to do now? We have said, look at this combination. Look at where you can find this exact combination again. Whenever you find it, add up the data, the used what's it called, this data subscribed and the bonus used. So we can see that this combination, this, and this, I'm going to give it another color, which is this. It's occurring here again. This, and this is occurring here again. So they have the same combination. They have the same, they are exactly the same. So because we have chosen that, look at those 4 columns. Whenever you find the values matching, what should you do? Sum up their what? Data sub. That's the instruction we give. That's the group by. Sum up the data subscribed. So it's just going to this data subscribed column up again. This is column for data subscribed. So it's going to add this and this together, which is 731.30. So it will be 731.30. I'm going to add bonus used. This is the column for bonus used. It's going to add this and this together. You know, that is, if you check here, that is 349.79. 349.79. So that means we have just one transaction for the month of October now. You know, so it's for the month of October. You know, that's what we want to achieve. We want to summarize it and just have one transaction, because this customer subscribed for data in October, 1st of October. He was given bonus on 1st of October, and he used some bonus on 1st of October. You know, so everything happened on the 1st of October. Rather than have them split into different rows, why don't we just summarize everything? I mean, okay, this is the total data subscribed for this day, and this is the total bonus used for this day. That's the end of this exercise we are doing. You know, we are just trying to summarize the data, because we have data we can summarize. Data appearing in different rows that can be summarized logically, and which will make sense for us, like we analyzed yesterday. So if you, for instance, if you now go and check, let's go and look for this combination now in Power Query and see what we have there. Okay, undo. Let's look at this combination. Onitsha 1001, retailer. Let's look for Onitsha 1001 retailer. For first of what? What's our month in view? This is my Excel. 1st of August, right? So let's check what we have for 1st of August. This is August. We can see we have for bonus use 125.66 and 0, which exactly 156 and 0. Let's see for Kano 1028, and for 1st of October, Kano 1028. Kano, I don't want, we could have filtered, but then we can filter rather than just, let's look for where Kano is. And let's look for, this one should not take time like Excel. Okay, then 10028. So just to, okay, and when October, this is October. We have 731.3. Now see 731.3, then 349.79, which is 349.79. You can see that's exactly what this group by is doing. So once we understand what is happening in Excel, so it's very easy for us to understand what Power Query is doing. So I think with this, we can come to the end of today's class, and let's just go and practice this over the weekend and come with questions. I don't know if you have any questions, so we can continue with our analysis from here on Monday.